Steve.
Christian.
How's it going?
I feel like it's good.
I love when you call me Christian.
I love when you call me Steve.
The only person who calls me Christian is my dad.
Ah.
And now you.
I'm in good company.
You're in good company.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm good. I feel like we're in this bizarro world of rain.
It's Calgary, and in Calgary, usually what we have is like sunny days.
Yeah.
It's dry. It's actually the sunniest city in Canada
Yeah.
with an average of 333 days of like sunny days in
Really?
a year. Yeah, that's the average.
That's a lot of sunny days.
It's a lot of sunny, except this year.
That's always something. Anywhere you live, there's something that people are like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
Or it's just hot. Some days are just hot.
Yeah.
And then it starts raining the same day. Like, it's very strange.
So here we are.
Here we are.
Back in the studio.
Yep.
Recording a podcast.
I love doing this.
Honestly, I do enjoy it.
I assume it has something to do with you. I like that I get to have breakfast at a restaurant.
If I was you, I would enjoy it too, to be in my presence.
Oh, I thought you meant just to leave when it's over. Drive home alone. That's nice too. But I enjoy my time with you as well.
There you go.
There we go. It's a good combination.
It is.
me and Christian, and then I head home.
Oh, no, but honestly, every week I post a video on YouTube. I'm alone by myself making videos, which I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
But this
is fun.
Is very fun.
It's a different thing. Yeah, it's good.
It's different kind of fun.
Well, on the topic of topics, what's our topic?
Our topic, before we jump into the topic.
Pivot time.
Pivot. Let's pivot.
Here we go. Pivot.
All right.
Pivot.
Subscribe, like, share if you're on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you're not on YouTube, jump on YouTube, subscribe, share, and like.
Yeah. And ask questions there.
Ask questions. Yeah, we need questions.
We love questions.
We love to we love having conversations. Between each other.
Yes.
But we also love having conversations with you.
Yeah.
With your questions.
Yes. And on YouTube, it's fun. It's fun replying.
It's fun. Yeah. And if you don't care about YouTube, that's okay. And you listen to the audio version of the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast. Yep. Just leave a 5-star review.
Obviously.
Nothing less.
Obviously.
Come on.
Oh, come on.
Well,
here we are. We've arrived at the topic.
We arrived at the topic.
I think this came from I think kind of the same thing as last week's topic. Last week we were talking about live versus studio.
Yes.
Sound guys.
Yes.
And that came from a short that was talking about the live guy that's always mixing constantly. And then that turned into
you want to be this guy.
Us kind of talking about me saying be that guy. And then in one of our heads it turned into but he's kind of automating a show. Yeah, and then we thought automation is cool. That's an interesting topic. And that's as far as we got was automation.
Yeah.
That's the word that brought us to this second.
Yeah, this is the type of topic you can make so much content on. We can do several podcast episodes just talking about automation. But let's do it in a general way.
Yeah, sure. But the broad strokes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like bus automation.
So, okay, what do you use automation when mixing?
Yeah.
Do you use a lot of automation or just a bit?
I use a lot of automation.
Okay. So what do you automate the most?
All the stuff.
All the stuff. I love your precision.
Thank you. That's what I'm known for. That's what I'm known for in life. My highly detailed sense of responsibility towards any given topic that I speak about. I never say big, broad, bold, dumb things ever. Ever. I think that initially, automation, I don't know. I'm not like a technical history guy,
And you've been mixing for only 3 weeks.
I've only been at this for 3 weeks, and I'm no Andrew Sheps with knowledge of this stuff technically. But, my rudimentary understanding is that, in the 70s, this idea came along of, instead of 4 of us sitting at a mixing console, each taking care of some of the faders during the chorus, maybe we can let technology help, right? And so a person could then make their decisions, and then when they get to the same spot in the song, those faders move. And that is what I believe was rudimentary automation pioneered by Neve.
But stay there a minute. Talking about 4 people on the console.
Yeah.
I did that once.
Of course. We've all been there.
At production school.
Oh, yeah.
So we went into the old analog studio.
Yeah.
Recorded the band.
Sure.
And when it was time to mix,
Sure.
it was been recorded on tape right away. And each of us, like we're like maybe two, I think, on the console.
Yeah.
We each have like half of the
Yeah.
console, have the faders to
Yeah.
take care of.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that was our job. And we knew that the bridge was coming.
Yeah.
Like those guitars are going to be loud. You take care of bringing those tracks loud and like stuff like that. It was so fun.
You're making records.
It was so fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
So then by the time that, then SSL got in the game, I think at some point in the late 70s or something, and by the 80s, automation was kind of a mainstay. And then it went into Total Recall. Now you're doing recall as well as moving fader. And then SSL's got the VCA gig, going. And so I think in all that came this ability to just make moves with the faders. To your earlier question, what do you automate? Now we automate everything. So if we skip to the end of the story, the last chapter of the story is I can automate every single button and knob and parameter and detail of a session, in a mix. And so, you're changing delay times during a bridge and you're, like how deep can it go, right? Like you can automate anything now. And so from that first rudimentary, like, man, the guitar just needs to turn up during the solo and back down to all that to answer your question, which is automate everything to me, because to me, automation becomes part of the band in a way, right? And it helps to tell the story. So, like a filmmaker changing the lighting or the set design or the whatever,
Sure.
To me, automation is a way to change the stage that the band is performing on for one bar sometimes, and then it comes back out of that.
Yeah.
And the chorus hits or whatever. And so you can do these creative moves that you couldn't have done in the past because there weren't enough hands to high pass everything for 2 beats before the chorus hits with the big boom or whatever. So it just becomes a really, really neat tool to automate everything. Here it is. Automation is a way that you can manifest ideas using technology in time, right? So you can a crazy idea and you go, let me try it. And 15 automation moves later, you can hear what it sounds like.
Exactly.
And then you just go undo 15 times or you keep it.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. Yeah. Yeah, for me, automation is all about feeling.
Yep.
It's all about movement. It's all about, all that stuff. So I do automate a lot of things in the session. Could be plugins, could be faders, of course. That's the given. I think that's the
faders
the
and
thing. Mutes, especially
faders
mutes.
And mutes. Yeah.
Mutes are the best thing, man. The best command on the DAW. So automation can bring a chorus back to life.
Yeah.
Coming from a verse.
Yeah.
Automation, there's pre-compression automation we can talk about. There's, everything that comes after compression. So the interaction with compression and automation, it's all thing on its own. So there's a lot of, but for me, the main thing is just to add emotion to the song, to get the listener into an adventure.
Like in what world could you go back to now that you've lived in this one?
Yeah.
A world without being able to automate delays.
Oh,
for example,
that would be hard.
Delay sends.
That would be hard
for a singer.
And the perfect example is vocal throws.
Yeah, exactly. For
a singer.
How could you ever go back to not being able to just for that one thing, just send it for a second?
Oh man,
and then bring it back, or just delay that one word. Like it changed the sound of music.
It changes
automation.
everything.
Like when you could have the line go, and the whole thing isn't delaying, just the one word. Like that changed the music, the sound of music. The ability to do that stuff.
You get into a drop and that vocal throw, like that last word, just keeping going and get filtering it out at the same time. Because there's not only the delay has been automated, but also a filter and also, saturation and stuff. And then it could go crazy.
And it gets fun, man. Even, you got the guitarist doing his thing and then he does one little thing that's cool. And your ear goes, that's cool. And so that's it. And now that thing that's cool has become part of the song. Where before it was just a thing he did as a passing phrase going into the chorus, and now it's part of the song, and people sing it at the concert because you could just bop it up because you went, that would be cool. And how many times your brain goes, that would be cool, and then you just do it. And that's what automation now allows, to my mind, is, I wonder if and then you just try it.
Yeah.
And you just undo it if it doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
Where
It's so
back
easy.
in the 6-hand mixing days, like you were committed, man.
Because if that doesn't work, you have to restart from the top.
It's going to tape, and that's
It's
what you
been
got,
recorded
man.
as you go.
Forever.
So you better get it right.
Forever.
Exactly. So
Super important automation parameters. So for me, that delay would be a huge one.
Delay.
To me, I don't know if I could live without it.
For sure.
Are there any
For
besides
sure.
volume and mute? Are there any you have
Volume
trouble living
use,
without?
yeah, delay I would say, then panning.
Yeah, panning's a big one too.
Panning and EQ.
It's amazing how much when I started playing with pan automation some years ago. I've only been doing this for 3 weeks. So at about week 2,
But you can learn a lot.
I learned
in
I
3
was
weeks.
busy. I was a busy boy.
Oh.
I was a busy boy.
It's a full 3 weeks.
It's a busy 3 weeks in the rain. But pan automation, not only the ability, a lot of times to widen at the chorus, bring it back tight during the verse, guitars, that's a huge one. Like guitars movement, and your brain doesn't know something changed. It just feels something's different. So there's those moves that you can do. But there's something neat that I started playing with a lot where I would just move something around because it sounded better there. So if I've got a 4-piece band, the lead guitar just sounds kind of cooler here during the chorus. And it sounds cooler here during the verse based on he hit a pedal and now he's chunk and sounded better here, but that kind of lead open thing sounded better. So even that, like just moving things, experimenting with that. Like in your brain, you go, I wonder what would it sound like over here? It sounds a bit empty over here because that background singer showed up here on top of the guitar or whatever, right? So those even pan has become a fun one.
I did that a few times, like especially there's one song that comes back. It was an instrumental album I mixed years ago, and that one song had like a kind of a weird bridge where the bass was like out of the picture, the drums were playing, a bit of guitars, but more like mostly an ambient pad in the background. And so what I decided to do, so you know what? Because when they get back to the trumpet solo, which was awesome, I just wanted to okay, I need to tone down that bridge with some automation stuff. So I just like filtered out the drums, put the drums in a kind of a roomy type of sound. There was like more room mics and overheads than the kick and snare. Pan the drums to the left.
Sure.
Okay.
Obviously.
And of course. Why not? And then the minute there's the drop and back to the solo, everything gets back to normal.
Yeah.
Kick and snare up front in the center, the bass gets back in, and the trumpet goes nuts.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And it felt like amazing. And that's why this is all about automation. This
You couldn't have done that without automation.
No, because there's a lot of things involved.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's panning, there's filtering, there's reverb, there's EQing, filtering, and then
little things. Last chorus, a touch more low end on the bass. That kind of stuff, right? Like
exactly.
Those little subtle moves that
yes.
it's just part of the story that you couldn't quantify it.
No.
If you play it back, nobody could tell you what happened. Even a good engineer couldn't tell you what changed, but just something shifted in the universe a little bit, right?
Yep.
And I felt better for a second, right? So
you unmute like snare samples in the chorus.
Just unmute one extra little kick.
Just to add a bit more of a tone.
Yep. And it just changed just enough.
Yeah.
You felt it, you didn't hear it. So what else? I guess a big one for me is background vocals get a lot of automation.
Yeah.
A lot of times. Because they're always poking out, and so there's a lot of like that one, that guy got loud for a second, and then that guy got loud. So there's a lot of that where the compressors aren't totally doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So and automation does allow for less compression, for sure. Between clip gain and automation, the compressors can work way less hard nowadays.
Yeah, especially on
than they used
vocals.
to.
Especially on vocals. This is where I'm gonna like pre-gain lots of stuff. Pre-gain automation or clip gain automation. I do a lot of that.
Yeah.
So to stabilize the level, the dynamics of the vocals right before jumping into compression.
Would clip gain be considered automation?
It is in my book.
Yeah.
It is in my book,
Yeah.
It could be considered as gain staging also.
But you're automating it. You're choosing when it happens over time. So
exactly.
I would say it's automation.
So it's automation.
Yeah,
it's
clip gain is a
It's
form
not
of
fader
automation.
automation, but it's automation before the signal hits the channel.
An automated thing is happening to the signal.
And that will affect the whole chain.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is a very like a distinction between fader automation and pre-gain automation.
Go, professor.
I'll put my little
You don't have
jacket,
you don't
white
have,
jacket. I don't
you
have it's a black shirt again.
It's the opposite. You're wearing you got a bowl on your
No,
shirt.
sometimes there's some confusion when it comes to pre-gain automation, and we talked about that on one of the recent episodes. But
do the 10-second.
Yeah, so basically, you can write the fader of the channel. That will write everything, included the processing on that channel. Okay, so compression, everything. So the whole chain is going to end up into that fader, and this is what you're going to move up and down. Yeah. Now you can also do the same, but before all that chain, and that is pre-gain automation. So where you can, like on a vocal, for example, you have like that verse, a very quiet verse, and then you have like that huge chorus, an octave higher, more power and stuff. You can automate that with pre-gain automation, like clip gain that down, the chorus down, so it levels out with the verse. So this way, your compressor or compressors are going to work a bit more efficiently.
So pre just means you're determining how much stuff gets shoved into the channel.
Exactly.
And then the fader is at the end of that. So how much do you hear?
It doesn't matter if you do some pre-gain automation after the fact, after you're done mixing, if you want to do some touch-ups. But you have to keep in mind that by changing the clip itself, it's going to affect the whole chain. Yeah. So, and sometimes this is exactly what you want.
All your plugins are getting different information.
Exactly. Maybe sometimes you say, okay, on that line, vocal line was way too loud, and I can hear my compressor pumping.
Yes.
Writing down the fader is not going to work. It's not going to do anything. Okay, that compressor it's still gonna pump, so you need to go back on above that chain, just like below the chain actually, and just bring that down.
And so so that,
there you go. That is pre-gain.
Yeah,
automation.
that as an automation idea is hugely powerful.
It is,
and would have been really hard to do back in the day.
Yes,
to get to all the way to the top of the console and mess with that.
Yes,
you're down here flailing around.
Yes,
at the fader level, right? So that's a big one. Clip gain is a huge form of automation that I think we've stumbled upon during this conversation. That to me could be the most important automation in the session.
I think so too.
Me. Before I even start anything else, I go through and do that.
Yeah.
Because that changes everything for every track across the board.
Yep.
So, all right. So
totally.
All right. This was good.
Yeah.
We discovered a thing accidentally.
There you go.
Good job. Good job, us.
We try.
Professionals around these parts. Is what we are. So, if automation is telling the story as you go, can you over?
You could.
Can you over automate?
You can over automate.
What would be some automation mistakes?
When you create distractions more than anything else.
Okay.
More than an emotional flow.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it's distracting. Now this is when you probably did it too much.
And some of it is you're doing stuff just to do stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not part of the story.
Because sometimes
the artist is trying to tell.
Exactly. It's not part of the story.
So respect the story and then either contribute just because, and I say it a million times, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
It's not about you.
And there are so many things you can do now with these modern doohickeys.
Oh, for sure.
You could, and there are types of music that are very, very dependent on overdoing it.
Yes.
There are entire genres. Entire what?
What?
Genre? What?
Like EDM and stuff.
No, genre. How do you say?
Oh, genre.
Yes. There's entire those that are very, very dependent, like EDM, on really neat sonic neatness. And that's when you really get to flex your doodad muscles. But when you're just telling a story for an artist, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
And like anything in life, don't oversalt your beef, dude.
Make sure it respects the song.
Don't oversalt your steak, man.
Because it's not about you.
If you've got a beautiful steak, don't put too much salt on it.
No.
Ugh, let the steak be steak, man. Like, right? Just a pile of barbecue sauce on it.
Like steak is
don't put a lot of barbecue sauce on the steak if it don't. Oh, no.
It's not pork ribs.
No.
Yeah.
You're
pork,
not covering up.
You need to add a lot of sauce.
You're covering up for something.
Because, without any sauce or spices or rubs, it tastes like crap.
Yes.
Okay, beef.
If you got a
bit of salt, butter, that's it. You're good to go.
Making me grumble.
Oh.
Could be because I had Denny's this morning and I'm jonesing for some good food.
I know.
I got to make up for that.
We had meat the other day.
Yeah.
On the podcast.
We did have meat.
And you missed that, I guess.
I did miss that. The garlic, what do they call it? I said it was like sucking on a tailpipe full of garlic. I think it was how I described this Montreal meat thing you brought. So the how does it tell a story idea is really, really important. Not just doing things to do them.
Yeah.
That's super, super important. Respect the process, right?
Yeah, it's to use automation to your advantage, to the advantage of the song,
Yes.
of the music, you know.
Yeah.
And your job is to make that music to be, you know, the best it can,
Yeah.
emotionally speaking. You know, you want to make sure that people listening to that piece of music are going to go through something emotionally.
Yeah.
Go through a story and
Yeah.
live something, you know.
There is, you know, you think of like the late 60s, early in the 70s when automation was really coming on board.
Yeah.
And when you could, and there are albums that you can hear where they were just messing with automation because they could. Like there are some of these like drums on the left and the drums are moving. Like things are just doing weird stuff just because they were all like hopped up on something and
That
playing
was new, you know?
and playing with the new thing. Or when stereo first came along, like the bass was on one
Yeah,
side,
yeah.
the drums were on the other because everybody's just like, well, we can do that, right?
Yeah. And
So-
we're doing the same thing with Atmos now.
Yeah, there's a lot of like, why is the guitar spinning around my head? Because the guy had a joystick and
Exactly.
yeah, and he could.
Hey, look at that.
He did it because he could, right?
Yeah.
And so yeah, there's a bit of don't be that guy
No.
or gal. So yeah, how do we just calmly tell the story with automation?
Do you automate groups,
Yes.
like instrument groups?
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, a lot of times I'll start there.
Yeah.
And a lot of times that's the move. Like the bridge just does a thing.
Yeah, drums.
sometimes
drums
I'll-
is one group that I, you know, tend to bring down the verse,
And
bring
that's-
back up in the chorus
and that's-
as a whole.
An interesting point that for me you just stumbled upon in my thinking. A lot of times as I'm building a session, I'm building it to do that.
Yeah.
So I kind of have like the guitars here, but I know I want these here because I know I'm going to want to do a thing with them.
Exactly. You have a
So I
bit of
know,
headroom.
right? It's kind of that, oh, I want more of that guitar that's writing the one. I know I'm going to want that in the last chorus, those 6 guitars. And so I kind of have them in their own group so I can just do it as one move. So there's a bit of that.
And that's the importance if we talk about linking that to gain staging a session before you start mixing. Having headroom is going to help you a lot
Yeah.
to automate and to give you leverage
Yeah.
to do that kind of stuff.
Because there's
Bring those guitars louder.
There's
on the
nothing
choruses, you
worse
know?
than getting all the way down that road and realizing you're out of road.
Exactly.
And now you got to backtrack
Everything.
your entire existence.
Yeah.
This drive was bad 3 towns ago, and you got it pinned and you're stoked. No, it is true. Where you're like trying to back through all the dark streets. in
You
your
don't
car.
want that.
No, so
you don't want that.
fair.
So,
There is something to yeah. And yeah, for me, a lot of times I'll just leave a lot of room, and then at the end, I'll just push everything up when I realize I don't need the headroom anymore.
Better to push everything
That's
up
it.
than to go backwards.
That's it.
That's all I have to say.
Amen. Amen, professor in a black shirt.
That's it.
With no coat.
No,
No
not even
lab coat.
close.
No lab coat.
Lab coats.
We should get you a lab coat.
Oh, dude.
We should get you a lab coat for
so,
NAM.
That's so not me.
What if we got one for NAM?
Oh,
So, like,
the
the
lab
professor.
coat for man, but that's not me.
Just NAM. You could just walk around with the professor.
Oh,
People would know.
no, but there's way, way better professors out there, man.
You'd be the professor of Cubase.
I think Dom is in
Dom
there.
is the professor of Cubase.
Greg Ondo. Greg
Greg is
Greg
the professor.
Ondo.
Yeah.
Greg is the yoga.
He's the Yoda. Not yoga.
Yoga.
I don't want to see Greg do yoga. I like that you said it with such reverence. Greg is the yoga of Cubase. You said it with such reverence. No, Greg is the Yoda.
Greg is the Yoda
The Yoda
of Cubase.
of Cubase. You and Dom are more like the belligerent children of
Yeah,
Cubase.
we're like the little Skywalkers
yeah,
trying to do
you guys
something
are
with
like the snarky teenagers
compared to
of
Greg. My
Cubase.
gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, Dom would be, he'd be like the cool sibling.
Yeah.
Like what's up? And you're like come on, Dom, we got to be on time. Brother.
Hey, Dom.
Hey, Dom. I love it so much. It's so true. All right. So automation. Automation is a great tool.
Yeah. I'll give you a good tip.
Thank you.
There you go.
Is there more? Thanks, Chris. Thanks, man. Talking to the mic, I've only been doing this 3 weeks. Get out of here.
I'll give you a chance. You deserve a chance. It's only been 3 weeks.
Do you ever see those? And I see them there. I actually have photos in my phone. I have a collection going of like when sportscasters or something are talking into the wrong part of the mic. Like I have some great ones.
Yeah.
Like side address mics where they're talking
this,
they're talking into the end of a side address mic.
Yeah.
And it's like it's record like it's amazing.
Oh,
or
they're
vice
the
versa.
best.
They're
They're the
talking into the
best
side of a
videos.
mic, it's recording up. I love it. Sportsnet had a show that was on for years, and every episode they did that. And I was just like me taking pictures of the Sportsnet screen.
You need to send me some.
It's the best.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm that guy apparently.
For now.
Great screenshot me talking
but
into
now
the side of the mic.
You just learned a thing.
I did learn a thing. Thanks, Chris.
Mic placement.
Thanks, Christian.
You're welcome, Steve. Steven.
Do we have anything more to say about automation?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think
just
so
do
either.
it.
Just do it.
But don't overdo it.
don't overdo it.
There you go.
Have fun with it.
It's not about you.
Have fun with it,
It's
though.
about the music.
But have fun with it.
It's fun.
It's fun to experiment.
It is fun to experiment.
And then if the band or somebody says, it's weird, then undo it. But
or
experiment.
just work with another band.
Do that also. Work with both bands. If you're lucky enough. I'm looking for a second band right now myself.
So, do we automate this to a question?
That doesn't even work.
No, that's cheesy. It's even worse than my worst pivot.
That was the worst. And you did a hand motion and everything.
You know what?
You even did a hand
It
motion.
sounded great in my head. But as you can tell,
Do we automate?
maybe I should be the one who speaks in the mic like this.
Yeah, maybe I'll teach you some things. So this might even be a bit of a follow-on to what we were just talking about.
Sure.
We had talked about kind of getting into our plugin folders and do we need to audit our plugin list and have less plugins.
Yes.
And we were talking about how we kind of have our list of favorites that
Yep.
are our go-tos and other things just sit there for years. And we had that conversation. KDCYP, who we love
On YouTube?
on YouTube. I believe his name is Ken. I think I clicked on his thing once and it
Yep.
said Ken. So Ken, we love. And Ken said, often good feelings can come from experimenting with different plugins or presets that you didn't actually have that sound in mind when you're searching. Because you're talking about kind of how we have an idea and then we go get the tool to do it.
Yes, exactly.
And he's saying, do it backwards sometimes, right? It adds something that surprises and delights you, maybe inspires you to develop another angle on the song, part of it, the song. He says that's part of the fun journey because I'm always on about have fun on the journey guy. And here I am talking about how I don't have fun on the journey. I just want to get the job done.
Yeah.
So I think to what we were to say about automation, there's something there. Maybe it is fun to go in and just...
Honestly, this is something I do a lot.
I will,
Funny
I will.
enough, like working with presets, plugin presets.
Yeah.
Especially for delays and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't do that on compressors and EQ. But when it comes to reverbs and especially delays, especially like the rack thing by Soundtoys, where like Echo Boy can add a bunch of different stuff.
I was gonna say.
But they have presets,
Yeah.
and these are insane. Okay, and you just like load a crazy out of the blue preset, plug in a guitar, start playing, and that can actually inspire you to write a whole song.
And is it Soundtoys? Some of those got just
Baby Audio and all.
Yeah, which one is Crystallizer though?
Yeah,
I
that's
started playing with
Soundtoys.
Crystallizer.
Soundtoys, yeah.
It hurt my brain.
Oh,
How much to put Crystallizer on a guitar thing, like it changed.
and it's not the type of plugin I would just
No.
dial in or like.
And I
no.
accidentally stumbled across it last year, and then now I'm like kind of obsessed with it. I'm like, oh, maybe this bass needs Crystallizer.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I'm like, nope, it doesn't. But it's the third time I've tried today, just in case.
I was on week one.
Week one.
Yeah.
That's back early days. So yeah, to his point, like there is something cool about
Definitely.
And for me, and yeah, Cubase, but for me in Pro Tools, it's like I want to go into play with like Phase Mistress or something. I know kind of what I want to do, but I'll go into the thing that just says modulation. And then like 30 modulation plugins show up. And there's ones in there I don't even know what they are. Like sometimes I'll just click, I'm like, what is Gloobity Glue? And I'll just click on it. And something opens that I bought 7 years ago on a Black Friday sale. And it's a neat thing.
And it sounds great.
Even
on Pro Tools.
Or it doesn't.
Even on Pro Tools.
Easy.
That's
easy.
I guess that's a good thing.
Easy. Yoga boy.
Yoga boy.
Slow down, Cubase over there. Even on Pro Tools. Plugins even work on that one. Oh, man. What a stupid debate.
Oh, I know. Because
the hit's never been made on Cubase or Pro Tools. Like, what a
At all.
What a dumb conversation. It's so
But it's
silly.
always a fun
My
conversation.
dad's stronger than your dad. It's like, when you were young, it's the best. So,
It's so fun.
Yeah, it is fun though to just play. He's right.
Yeah.
I affirm his comment.
I totally agree.
opposing,
I think,
opposing my own comment.
Presets are
I agree
there.
with him, not me.
Yeah. No, but I think it's more kind of an addition.
Yes.
It's what's the word? Complementary?
Yeah.
Is that the word?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I think they both can work together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's not one or the other. I think, like use plugins, start using plugin presets, you know, as a creative tool.
And it's cool, the artist presets.
They,
I'm like,
they
there's
have a lot
some.
now.
I'm like, I know that guy's name.
They have a lot.
What
yeah.
did he do with Soothe?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, how much can he do with Soothe?
Exactly.
Apparently, a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, and usually that can only be a good starting point,
Yeah.
and you just dial in from that
I
point.
love when I'm like, Greg Wells used this and he saved some stuff for me.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
it's Greg friggin' Wells. What's he doing with this thing?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
But again, like when it comes to EQ compression,
Yep.
for me doesn't make
Agreed.
like unless you're like specific sound effect, like the radio effect or whatever. Yeah, you can load the
And-
preset, but
I would say it's a great, because we all have these times when I'm like, I'm going to learn something today. Like, I've got some extra time
Yeah.
to do this mix. I'm going to pull up these guys' presets. I'll do that. And what did Wells do with this EQ?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, that to him is how you brighten an acoustic guitar. Huh.
sure.
And I go,
but
okay,
again, that's
I
going to
get-
depend on the guitar.
But I get why, and now I have this little tool.
Yeah.
I'm just saying from a learning standpoint, it's cool to kind of reverse engineer
Could be.
what Sheps thought about something.
Could be.
And then you
But
use
I
it or
find
not.
it hard on the vocal, like for EQ, for example,
Yeah.
like, male vocals.
Yes.
Okay.
Which male?
Which male, which mic, which preamp,
Which vocal?
which tonality,
Which male? They all sound very different.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Even the AI male, they sound different.
Yeah. and getting more amazing.
So, like for that, it's kind of, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
There's still stuff to study, I guess, but
Yep.
but I do agree for an acoustic guitar and stuff, could be cool
Yeah.
to just like reverse engineering the thing,
Yeah. Love it.
I like that.
Okay. Have we done it?
I think we did.
We did.
So,
We did it, and then we did some still bonus on top of that.
yeah, so that's great.
Yeah,
So
that's
let's
great.
use presets.
Okay. Or not.